The officers of the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club include President Joe Desmond, Vice President Jerry Lorkowski, Treasurer Ken Smith, and Secretary Mark Meldrum. Welcome to the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club TV. Here are the hosts of your show, President Joe Desmond and Secretary Mark Meldrum.
Mark Meldrum from the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club, and Joe and I have had a few beers today, so
That's
this
right.
ought to be a great video.
Sitting here in Chicago.
We're having a good time today. We've seen a lot of muscle cars. It's been a great show. We hope you enjoy the newsletter this month. It's going to have a lot of this show in it.
That's right. That's
And
right.
I don't know what else.
Terry
guys.
Davis.
Terry Davis.
Terry Davis.
In the house.
That's right.
World famous Terry Davis with the 66 Chevelle. That guy knows how to build cars.
And they actually made a model of his car
Yes.
that a lot of the guys here bought.
Yes.
He actually was very gracious enough to autograph them. And I got a shirt.
I got a shirt.
Larry's sporting it.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
And a signature.
Mark doesn't get a shirt.
Because you're here with a Pontiac.
Terry, how does Mark not get a shirt? What the? I make him famous, and I don't get a shirt.
I'm still
This
waiting
is
for a
bull
shirt.
crap.
He doesn't have any more jumbo.
I make him famous, and I don't get a shirt.
No more jumbo shirts.
All you got is ask. I'll bring some tomorrow.
All right, thank you, Terry.
Anyway, getting back to this.
Back to this video for the newsletter. What do we got? What do we got in store?
We got
for
some
these
really
guys
cool
this
muscle
month?
cars.
Yeah,
Christmas party.
be there.
You better be there. Hey,
December
there's the
10th.
model.
World
There's the model.
famous.
There's
Hey,
the model.
hey, Terry.
There it is.
Oh,
Signed.
here we go.
Signed,
Here we go.
signature.
For $150, you can buy your own.
Yes.
Right,
That's
Mike?
worth it.
$150,
It
you
won't
can
be
buy your own.
But that's one of one.
That's
That-
one
that
of
is
one.
special. That is cool.
Anyway,
So,
Christmas party
you can
coming
hear,
up.
we got a band in the back, so I hope you can hear us. Christmas party, December 10th, starting at 5 p.m. Westlake FOP. Please be there.
That's
We got
right.
about 39 people signed up to come to the Christmas party. Don't forget to bring a gift between $10 and $20.
Yep.
And
Watch for
And I am going to be doing Christmas drinks.
Christmas
Ice
drinks,
cream Christmas drinks.
grasshoppers,
Grasshoppers, chocolate sundaes.
everything.
So
Apple
make sure you're
pie.
there.
Apple pie.
There'll be
got it all.
a little apple
We got
pie.
it covered.
You know,
So, anyway,
There he is, the judge.
we got it all.
so we got it all.
Signing out from Chicago, this is the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club. See ya! We're here at the Muscle Car Nationals in Chicago, and it's Chevelle Central. We've got all the guest stars here. We got Chuck Hansen, we got Bill, we got Dave, all the guest stars. President Joe even flew in from Ohio. So we're having a great time. We're sitting around Larry's car here, and we've got some other beautiful 66 Chevelles around us celebrating the 50th anniversary of the 1966 cars. Over there, there's a slate blue car, real light blue, Terry's car, Terry Davis, and that car was made into a model. So I'm gonna go have to buy one of those models and have Terry sign the box on it. So that's just real cool. We're having a real good time here. Got Josh on the camera. Of course, I've got my '85 Trans Am up the aisle there, and we're just having a good time. So we will see you later. Come here to Chicago. You can't miss this show. See ya. MCACN show here in Chicago. We got Dan Vasic in front of this beautiful 1969 Chevelle that he was part of the restoration on this car. So tell us about the car, Dan.
This is a 1969 Chevelle Daytona Yellow. I had the pleasure of restoring this car for a great client, good friend. It took 2 years to complete, and my goal was to have it finished here and debut it at the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals. And we literally finished it on Sunday. We drove it out of the garage for the first time in over decades. And the great thing about this car is it's one of those cars that we really had a lot of great, fantastic parts, all original parts or NOS parts. And if you ever restored a car, it's just wonderful to have parts that are really tremendous parts, because in today's day and age, it's almost virtually impossible to not have reproduction parts, and a lot of reproduction parts on a lot of these cars that we all love. But this particular car, like I said, a lot of great, fabulous parts that just made the restoration such a joy to do. And we just got judged, and it was a great day.
Very good.
And we just earned 995 points
Wow.
out of 1,000.
Awesome.
And so I'm happy. The owner's
Very good.
happy.
Very
And,
good. I see it's got a pick too. I see a pick over
Yeah,
there.
yeah. It's got
So
it's got a special award. We don't know what.
Okay.
But some kind of special award that it received. So yeah, we're happy. And if you've never been to the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals, I encourage you to come to this show. This has become the best indoor muscle car show in the world. And I'm not the one that gave it that title. That's what we're hearing.
Yeah.
They say it's the Pebble Beach
There
of
you go.
muscle cars.
I would call it that.
Yeah, and that's
It's
really
only
cool.
slightly better than the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club show, but
Yes.
it is slightly better.
Slightly. And I am a huge fan of the Ohio show. I am a member of the Ohio show.
We love
and
it.
I'm always at the Ohio show. And what I do at the Ohio show, I try to bring as many cool 69 Chevelles as I possibly can. 3 years ago, we brought 67 of them, if I'm not correct.
That was awesome. We had them
67.
organized by color.
Yep.
And those pictures are still circulating the internet.
67. I was trying to break the record we had in Chevelebration, back 14, 15 years ago, and we came like 3 cars short from trying to break that record. But that's okay.
That
That's
was
okay.
cool.
That's
Well, thanks, Dan, for the interview today.
Thanks, Mark.
And you will.
Here's a few sights and sounds from the Muscle Car Nationals in Chicago.
NOCC member Jim Umstead. We're back at Ump's Garage. This month we're going to do a little, I'm going to show you how to shorten spark plug wires. We're going to, working on a Plymouth Duster here. Let me walk this way so you can see what I got cooking in the garage here. Oh, there it is, Plymouth Duster. This gentleman wants me to dress up the plug wires, replace them and shorten them, and so we're going to show how you cut wires, crimp wires, and because normally you get a wire set, the wires are always too long or too short, so we'll play with that and show you how we do that and give you a little knowledge on it. So if I get used to the new phone, and I just don't understand this thing. I got a selfie stick. One of these days I'll learn how to plug it in and make it work. So we're gonna shut her down. And what I like to do is I like to get myself organized. I've laid out all the wires on my workbench here, longest to shortest. This is the coil wire. I laid all my boots out so I can see what I have. These are 90-degree coil boots for the top. These are 90-degree coil boots, or not coil, but distributor boots. This is GM HEI. Got a couple spark plug boots that are 90s. I'm probably going to have to scourge through some of my stuff and come up with a couple more. I'm going to have to do some improvising. I laid all the connectors out. This way I know what I have. I can see what I'm dealing with. So now we're going to go over to the duster and start pulling plug wire off one at a time and putting them back on and dressing them up. When I pulled the plug wire off, these are Champion spark plugs, And if you see down here, it's got this little terminal on here, and it was loose. These are when you get a spark plug, these screw in. I'm going to go along in each one. I'm going to take a pair of pliers. I'm going to snug that up. It's like having a loose nut. You get a bad connection with that. So keep an eye on that. Fun doing things one-handed. Here's the end of the wire that comes from the factory. I picked a length of wire, not the longest one, but the second longest, because I've got to kind of plan on the other side of the engine going really a long distance. You basically are going to take and bend this wire over. I'm doing the plug end. We'll slide this bent over in there so it touches the back side of this connector. We will put it in the crimping tool, as you can see the appropriate nice hole there, and give it a big squeeze. First I'm going to put the boot on and oil it up with some WD-40 or something so I can get the boot on. Now I'm going to use the boots from the old ones. I pulled it off because I need a lot of these 90 degrees and straights that I don't have in this kit. This kit wasn't, I didn't buy it, he bought it, so I've got to do a make-a-fit. So I've stripped this is the spark plug end. I stripped the boot off of this, and I'm actually going to be I'm going to reuse this, which is the end that goes into the distributor. If you can see down in there how that wire is laid over. So I will take and peel this connector off, measure, cut the length, and I will reuse that and recrimp it. So let's get to work. I should get a GoPro and put it on my head. Focus. Focus. It's focusing on the floor. Let's do this. There we go. Look at that. Nice crimp. I'm going to put the boot on. I said put it on before, but it's only for straights. Actually, you don't have to on this end. And I'll put the boot on, and then I'll put it on the plug. Also on the end of the plug, I will be putting a little dielectric grease compound on the end of the spark plug boot. Gives a better conductivity, and the boot comes off better when you have to change wire to length. We want to make the end like this. So we've got the wire. I'm going to take my razor blade and go around the outside very gingerly, not cutting through the center conductor, and then I will kind of crack it and pop that dude off. I took the old connector that's going to go into the top of the distributor cap off. I kind of bent these out of the way, pulled it off, and then I will put it on just like I did the other plug wire. As I'll fold this over and put my crimp to it, slide my boot on, and then put the wire in. I put a couple standoffs to kind of dress it up. I wish I had something that had a single clip in it, but they don't make anything. I looked at Summit. I got the wire nice and short. Now I will proceed through the rest of the wires, and we'll come back at it a little bit. All done. As you can see it, the spark plug wires, I got them dressed up real nice. They got some nice spacers in there. They're not laying on anything, not hitting the headers. She looks pretty there. But then I went to start it up, and it runs like SH. So I noticed if I had $1 for every time I found this mistake, I would be rich. The vacuum advance hose coming off the distributor, which I took it off, was put on this right here part of the carburetor. This part of this particular carburetor carter is a ported vacuum. So as you give it the gas, it adds vacuum to it. At idle, there is no vacuum. Most cars with mild camshafts, stock, even a little bit heavier than mild camshafts, or medium type camshafts, needs vacuum advance at idle. You have to come off the other port, the one that's closest to the intake, the one that's sucking vacuum all the time. So I discovered that was done, so there's no vacuum advance at idle, so the car will run terrible. So then, it still ran terrible. So I hooked up the hose back, left the hose on here, and I sucked on it with my mouth. Lo and behold, the vacuum advance is bad. It's blowing. It's a big vacuum leak. So now we're going to have to get one of these and add it to it, and then this thing will purr like a kitten. I find that mistake a lot, and I find vacuum advance diaphragms bad. It's very, very common. But as you can see, we got the wires all dressed up, and things look good. And we'll continue on. This may be the end of my video. If not, we'll see you all at the Christmas party. I will be there. Joe will be there. We have a lot of people, a lot of fun. We, maybe I'll turn this around. I can't do that. I don't know what I'm looking at. We have a lot of fun with the gift exchange. It's BYOB. We have a lot of people. We got a new location so we can have more people, a little bit more room. So come on out to the Christmas party. It's a great time. Thank you.
From the Mind of Jeff by Jeff Thompson.
Hello, Northern Ohio Chevelle Club. This is your old pal, Jeff Thompson from Facebook. Some of you may know me. Anyhow, I've not done a video for quite a while, so I decided to do a video and kind of share what was going on over the last couple of months. Of course, I don't know, I had 4 people die on me, which is crazy. Actually, one of my best friends, almost 50 years worth. But anyhow, it was a crazy thing. But anyhow, as you can see from the last time when I was up there, I was having a few issues with my back. Couldn't hardly walk, that kind of good stuff. So I'm kind of giving you an update of what's going on. Sorry, it's hard to be funny when you can't move. The way I am right now, I stand for about, I don't know, 5-6 minutes maybe. And I get numb. Yeah, my right leg, right side totally gets numb. So you heard it here first. I'm gonna have surgery, back surgery, L1S5 and maybe 3. Bones are just rubbing against each other. It's just there's no more cartilage in there whatsoever. Probably from lifting engines and transmissions and stuff all this time. Of course, I guess my weight had a lot to do with it too. Not going to bore you with that. But anyhow, I will see you at the, hopefully, see you at the Northern Ohio Chevelle Christmas thing. Coming in January, I'm thinking about that's when I'm going to have my surgery. Actually, I put off surgery to come up to the party up there because I wanted some fun time before I get down for a couple months. Now, when I say get down for a couple months, as you know, I'm self-employed. So when you're out, you're out. There is no money coming in. There's nothing coming in. I live on this hill here, so yeah, you can't shovel snow, can't do nothing like that. So I'm going to be maybe in a nursing home for a while. At least that's what I'm going to try to do, so Teresa doesn't have to sit there and babysit my ass. I'm not sure how that's going to go with the insurance company, but that's what I'm shooting for. So if I get into a nursing home for rehab, we're looking at about maybe a month there, possibly month, 2 months out of work. There again, self-employed, no money. But that's cool. But anyhow, it would be the first time. But I just thought I'd let you know what's going on. And sorry I didn't get you all the updates. I appreciate Sal doing all the fun stuff, taking over for me when I was down and out. It's always always good to have good friends to got your back when you're feeling down and out. So even though this is a short video, actually, what you may have heard or may not heard, I've changed my engine around in my car. As you know, I got an LS3 in this thing out of a 2014 SS, and I put a supercharger on this thing. It's been quite a project, not being able to stand. I've recruited a few people helping me, and got quite a double chin, don't I? I'll talk like this. Maybe I'll look on it. Does that make me look better? This side better? That's there's sorry, hanging no teeth in. Sorry, there's no good looking to this face right here. But anyhow, put a supercharger on this thing. I'm trying to get everything wrapped up before my surgery. So the car will go into the enclosed trailer for the winter. And I'm looking about not moving for about 2 to 3 months, except maybe some walking, mall walking, or doing things like that. So, but I'm not down and out. We're going to do this surgery thing. It has to be done. I've been trying to put it off some, and it's at a point where I can't even move hardly. So, I know a lot of you are doing that, and if you have, shoot me with some suggestions. I know I've been talking with Jerry a lot about his back issues and things like that. And I understand he's doing great. And but one thing, you know, I had a lot of fun with you guys this year. I am will be at the show in August. We're going to give it some time as far as me healing. Hopefully, by then I will surely be ready to DJ or whatever they ask for me to do. And if not, you know, there's always fill in somewhere. So I will see you at the Northern Ohio Christmas show, or Christmas show. I keep on saying shows. Christmas party. So, and if I don't see you guys till next year, I'll see you guys on the car show circuit somewhere, and always begging and borrowing for a trophy that I never signed up for anyhow. So that's just me. Anyhow, you guys have a good time. If I don't see you before the Christmas thing goes on, you guys have a wonderful Christmas and a Happy New Year, and everybody be safe. See ya.
And now here's Jerry with birthdays and anniversaries.
Hi everybody, VP Jerry here with our December birthdays. On the 3rd we have Sal Albanese. Sal takes those really cool drone videos and pictures of our show in August. On the 4th we have my pops, Tony Lorkowski. Also on the 4th we have Debbie Justice. On the 5th we have Jim Mihu. Also on the 5th we have Jeff Thompson. Jeff DJs our August show and just does so much for our club. Thanks, Jeff. On the 10th, we have Jessica Salerno. On the 25th, Christmas Day, we have Jason Voltridge. Jason and Lauren recently got married out in Vegas. Congratulations, you two. On the 26th, we have Jeanette Krasafi. On the 29th, Dave Pfeiffer. Also on the 29th, we have Patty Stumpf. And on the 30th, we have Tim Foster. Just want to wish a happy birthday to everybody in the month of December. Hope to see everyone at our party on December 10th. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. See you soon.
Okay, we're here in the backwoods in Ohio, hunting for Chevelles. You see any, Larry?
No, I don't see any yet. I smell one. I don't.
Oh, wait a minute.
Sit.
What's that? What's that? Oh, be quiet. We don't want it to run away. Shh.
A 66?
A 66.
Way out here in the woods?
Yes.
Gee whiz.
Boy, get your chains.
That's
we'll
a
see
nice-
if we can grab it.
That's a nice looking big buck.
Well, we bagged us a Chevelle. It was a hard hunt, but we got this old Chevelle. We're hauling it out of the woods now. Thank God Denver was here to help. Okay, we bagged this 66 Chevelle. We're winching it up. Well, it was a successful hunt. We got our 66 Chevelle. The main thing we want off of this car is the roof. And we're going to put the roof off of this car on the Bounty Hunter because it's got a nice roof and some nice pieces around the trunk area that we need. So, see ya.
Okay, good evening, Northern Ohio Chevelle Club. We're sitting here in the office and just going over some final thoughts for the year. As it was mentioned a couple of times through this video, don't forget the Christmas party, which is December 10th. We try to get there around 5 p.m. so it's still light outside and you can still drive and see where you're going. Don't forget it's at the Westlake FOP this year. So should be a lot of fun. I'm sure the gift exchange will always create a lot of laughs and giggles, and it's just a great time. So I look forward to seeing all of you. We've got about 45 people coming to the party. Hopefully that number will get over 50. President Joe wanted to see a kind of a nice attendance at that end of the year party. We'll be giving away some prizes too. I've got some leftover gift certificates that we didn't give away at our show, so got that too. A couple things on the email here that I've got in front of me. One is occasionally, well, almost weekly, we get some type of question that comes into the Northern Ohio Chevelle Club email account, and we usually address it right away, email back out the information that somebody's looking for. But I just wanted to tell you there's a really good book that was just published, which is a Chevelle data guide. A lot of great information on production of Chevelle, what options were available, basically between 1964 and 1972. Kind of leads me into one of the questions I got this month. And once again, this book was written by Dale McIntosh. I brought it through Amazon. It's on eBay. Just a number of places you can find it. There's some of our members' cars. Their pictures are in here, so that's kind of cool too. And I think Dale's working on a bigger version of this book, which have a lot more pictures in it, meant to kind of set around the table and pick up and browse through, just like you would a magazine or whatnot. But this has got a lot. This is like a Bible. It's just a lot of good Chevelle information in here. But like I said, leads me to one of the questions I got this month, and this was question came in from Josh Dewberry, and Josh also, I saw he became one of our friends on Facebook, and he's looking for his first car. And I'll be honest with you, I get a lot of emails, people looking for their first car and seeing if we can help out. That's a really tough thing for us to help out with. I mean, yeah, there's a gazillion Chevelles out there between 64 and 72. Josh is looking for a particular 72 Chevelle. He said the car was last registered in Stark County that he's aware of. So anybody out there in Stark County that would know anything about this Chevelle. The serial number was a D1D37J, and J in 1972 would denote the engine code, and I looked it up real quick, which would be a 354 barrel. And then of course it has the last digits of the serial number, and I'll just read the last 4 digits are 2748. So if you got a 72 Chevelle with the serial number, last serial number 2748, give Josh a call at 405-55-5789. We also got an email, similar type email. I'm going to look it up real quick, from Daryl Cook. And he was basically in Painesville, Ohio, and he's looking for a 1968 Chevelle that his parents owned at one time. It was traded into Glasscock Chevrolet in Willoughby, Ohio, and first bought at Earl Evans Chevrolet in Painesville, Ohio in 1968. So he's trying to find that car. He's got a ad actually out on Craigslist. So if you do a search for that, you'll see in a 68 Chevelle that he's looking for. Another email I got this week, and I kind of worked with him, a new member, Don Cubster. I can't pronounce Don's last name, Cubsterson. And I should know Don's wife works with me at Moen, Linda. Don's retired. He loves working on Pontiacs. He loves working on Chevelles, and he's currently working on a 1968 Chevelle convertible. He's getting it back together. He's having some issues where he had to rewire the top. Now, I had Don come over to the house. I thought, my God, my 72 convertible probably has the same wiring system for a convertible top. And the basics are, but where everything's located as far as wire routing goes, was quite a bit different in 1968. He gave a quick look at my car and quickly decided, this isn't a good model to use. So if anybody has a 1968 Chevelle convertible, Don would like to come over and just see how the wires are routed and how they're connected. He worked with James Henshaw from Henshaw Chevelles and got all the right wiring and stuff. Now he's just got to figure out how to get it all together so the top goes up and down nice. So, couple emails that come in to the club on a monthly basis. So, okay, a few thoughts before we end this year up. 2016 was another fabulous Chevelle year, and I want to thank everybody in the club from the bottom of my heart, contributing to this video newsletter that we started just 2 years ago. So I know I hound a lot of people to help me with this video. We put about a half-hour show out each month and no commercials. I really like some of the feedback I get from some of the videos here. We're trying to do a better job each year and trying to show that same enthusiasm that Joe has on all the videos that he helps me with. I really appreciate his help. Always appreciate Jeffrina Thompson. Jeffrina, that's what we call him on Facebook. But Jeff Thompson, thank you for all you do for the Chevelle community, keeping us together on Facebook. Always, you got serious notes out there about members that we've lost or some of your thoughts about what's going on in the world. But then there's always some levity in your conversation, and you just make us laugh, and that's just a great quality to have and a great person to have in our videos each month. So thanks for that. Mel with Mel's Musings, she brings a woman's perspective to our Chevelle Club. While you don't see her doing a lot of videos, but she puts together these slideshows that I can easily put into the Chevelle Club newsletter, and it works out good. Vice President Jerry, thank you for doing the birthdays and anniversaries. You're getting better every month. I appreciate that. It'll be old hat before you know it. Jim Umstead, bringing us those videos each month on tech tips. Can't thank you enough. And Josh is always delivering those videos, and I kind of mold them all together, and hopefully they make sense to you, and you get a little sense for what it takes to keep these Chevelles on the road, and what it takes to paint them, and what it takes to store them, and all that good stuff. So once again, I'm sure I miss people that have helped me throughout the year. Mike and Larry, you're always my sidekicks. Whenever I need some extra footage, you guys always come over and always give me something to write about. You know, we're buying Chevelles, we're selling Chevelles, we're looking at Chevelles, we're going to the junkyard, pulling parts off of Chevelles. We're going to swap meets, finding stuff, and I just appreciate you guys and all you do, helping keep my enthusiasm going for the Chevelle Club. So, here we are, end of 2016. We'll be back again in 2017. Treasurer Kenny says we got enough money to keep this club rolling along for another year, and I'm sure there's a lot of fun that we will have in 2017. So until January 1st, New Year's Eve, see ya.
Oh, this is going to be a good parts car.